Either way, it is flat out unfair. How on earth is he supposed to be able to perform this job? Before we said that Dumbledore, was generous, but the day that he hired Filch, I think he was just being mean. But that's just the thing. I don't think that he hired him at all. I think he's just part of the cast. Filch has exactly one objective, and that is to Poltergeist's arch nemesis, Peeves. We know that Peeves is the poltergeist. This is just flat out told to us. And it's important to explain that poltergeists are different from ghosts. They're not like remnants of a formerly living person. Instead, they are manifestations of a very specific form of energy that exists inside of a space. And in the case of Peeves, he is the embodiment of all of the mischievous and rule-breaking behavior of the students in the castle, and as such is a semi-living entity that 100% embodies that very idea. But if there were no students present in the castle at all, then there would be no mischief, and with no mischief, there could be no Peeves. So I kind of feel like he may have taken a little bit of a hit the day Fred and George left the castle. However, if you want to use Fred and George as an example of rule breaking, we can also look for their polar opposite, which happens to be their older brother, Percy.
I happen to be a school prefect.
Percy is, of course, the rule-abiding to a fault prefect head boy. Keep up! And I bring up this exact contrast because I actually think we can apply it to poltergeists. If rule-breaking manifests as Peeves, then what is the exact opposite of that? And the exact opposite of Peeves, if not his arch nemesis, Filch. Filch just isn't an actual true staff member of the castle, which I also think is why other staff members don't always trade out that mysterious.
They are supposed to be out of bed.
This also sort of explains why he can't do magic, because magic on its own breaks the rules. Filch isn't supposed to be a guy on his job, because he's not actually hired to do magic. He just exists. Also, explain why he never has to sleep. Why is this guy always up in the middle of the night? But while we discuss
Moving day means you're under a big transition. CubeSmart makes self-storage as easy as possible. Online or in person, we put the focus on you. Say goodbye to moving stress and hello to your new address with CubeSmart.
To tell me all the incredible things about people, he tried to think of Bradley Cooper and his mother. Hi, how can I help you?
Does G-Mobile really have a 5?
America's largest 5G. Never mind. Try to. Okay. America's largest 5G network. How can I help you? Hi, how are you?
And with this price law guarantee,
Come on, talk to me. Don't worry about this.
I have one with
T-Mobile has price lock. Speaking of winning, this year, T-Mobile's network won the most national awards. Now it's just my big house, America's best network, and it's free. Wish they could have said that.
while we discuss magic that doesn't always seem to make sense, it's another Hogwarts magical artifact, the Sorting Hat. The Sorting Hat is as mysterious as it is simple. It doesn't really have a tremendous role that it's playing at the school on an annual basis, but it does contain the knowledge of the 4 founders of the school. It also has the unique ability to transport physical objects via itself, as long as they come in the shape of a sword previously owned by Godric Griffin. Awfully convenient. But the mysterious thing about the Sorting Hat has less to do with what it is capable of doing, and more to do with the fact that nobody seems to know that it exists. At least until they do. Isn't that just always the way? I never knew that thing existed, so it didn't, but now I do, and now it does. Vader Meinhof is the thing you're trying to think of right now. You learned something new here. But let me explain more because I'm not 100% sure this is immediately obvious. Ron, for example, comes from a very long line of pure-blooded wizards, and 8 members of his family before him have attended Hogwarts, if you count Molly and Arthur. Despite this fact, Ron does not know how the sorting works. He says the following to Harry. Some sort of test, I think. Fred said it hurts a lot, but I think he was joking. To be fair, Ron doesn't necessarily always know the things, but in the first book, that's definitely his role, to be Harry's liaison to the wizarding world. Either way, the person who does seem to know everything doesn't come from a pure blood background, is in fact Hermione Granger. She also doesn't know how it works. No one was talking much except for Hermione Granger, who was whispering very fast about the spells she learned and wondering which one she'd need. This is kind of ironic when the next thing that we hear her say is, "It's bewitched to look like the sky. I read about it in Hogwarts, a history." tell me that Hogwarts, a history, does not mention the Sorting Hat, the artifact that spawns from the literal start of the school of Hogwarts? There is nothing more history than the Sorting Hat. So how could this be? And I believe the answer is that the knowledge of the Sorting Hat is actually protected by the Fidelius Charm. If you recall, the Fidelius Charm is an ancient and powerful spell that allows you to store specific information inside of one person. It's this exact thing that the members of the Order of the Phoenix are using to hide in Grimmauld Place. From there, the only person who can reveal this particular piece of information is the Secret Keeper themselves. Unless, of course, that person dies, in which case anybody who has been told the secret by the Secret Keeper now becomes a Secret Keeper. Again, if we're to use Grimmauld Place as an example, this is what made the location so much less safe after Dumbledore's death. He was the Secret Keeper. Once he died, every member of the Order now knew the location of Grimmauld Place, including Snape. The question that then, of course, arises is, if this is the case, then who was the original Secret Keeper about the Sorting Hat that, after centuries of existence, it's still in effect? And the answer is that the Hat is its own Secret Keeper. Thus, only the Hat can tell others about itself. Once he does, everyone who knows the secret is then able to discuss it amongst themselves. But not to people who don't know the secret yet. In fact, even when McGonagall is telling the first years about the sorting ceremony in Harry's first year, she doesn't actually say anything. Just simply that they are about to be sorted. Not how. She places a hat on the stool, and then the hat itself tells them.
In some form.
Aha, but then, if you are eagle-eyed, I bet you're wondering, well, what about in the epilogue when Albus is talking to Harry? The answer here is that I think at the end, when Voldemort lights the hat on fire when it's on Neville's head, he effectively kills the hat. They obviously go on to fix it, of course, but in doing so, what he did was allow everybody who already had knowledge of the hat to now become Secret Keepers. Way to ruin a fun tradition, Voldemort. On that note, though, let's move on to our final, most plausible theory. The Sword of Gryffindor was originally intended to be the final Horcrux. Here's the really simple version of it. We know that Voldemort was tracking down artifacts from the founders of Hogwarts, and he has already found the other three, including the lost diadem of Ravenclaw. Yeah, the stop there. We also know that Dumbledore tells Harry that he was sure that Voldemort was going to use his death, Harry's death as a baby, to make the final Horcrux. He seems to have reserved the process of making Horcruxes for particularly significant deaths. You would certainly have been that. He believed that in killing you, he was destroying the danger the prophecy had outlined. He believed he was making himself invincible. I am sure that he was intending to make his final Horcrux with your death. So, whatever he was planning on turning into a Horcrux, he had with him that night. And yet, whatever it was obviously ultimately missing from the wreckage of the Potter household. So, I might ask you, is there a known object of Godric Gryffindor that has a reputation for having the ability to disappear? But by golly, there sure is. The sword, and that information is indeed somewhat well known to the greater wizarding world. Scrimgeour says to Harry, according to reliable historical sources, the sword may present itself to any worthy Gryffindor. So I'm sure that Voldemort, who was very good at unlocking magical secrets, was aware of this particular bit of information. In fact, we even know some worthy Gryffindors that may have